Costa Rica becomes the world leader in butterfly exports. Amidst the lush green landscapes and vibrant biodiversity of Costa Rica, a small but thriving industry is spreading its wings and taking flight on the global stage. While the Central American nation is renowned for its exports of bananas, pineapples, coffee, and more recently, medical devices, an unexpected contender has emerged as a world leader in its field: butterfly farming. From the gardens and plots tended by over 400 Costa Rican families, these delicate and colorful insects are being carefully raised and exported, solidifying the country's position at the forefront of the international butterfly trade. This silent but steadily growing sector is a testament to Costa Rica's rich natural heritage and the entrepreneurial spirit of its people, who have found an innovative way to showcase the country's iconic biodiversity to the world. The business, which began 30 years ago when an English volunteer started supplying a single client in Birmingham, has now been replicated and generates an annual income of $2 million. Although this figure is far from the powerful sectors of the Costa Rican economy, it is significant for the network of small producers who take advantage of the local nature, have a basic educational level to learn the techniques, and benefit from a sufficient institutional network to place the product in international markets. The main destinations for pupae, the living worms that are transported weeks before the insect is born: the United States, Europe, the United Arab Emirates, Russia, and Mexico. These insects are highly valued in museums, exhibitions, laboratories, and craft workshops. It is an activity that has grown significantly in the last decade and develops with a very particular social model, without large producers and with great respect for nature. It is a sector that symbolizes much of what Costa Rica is. Of the 1,500 species of diurnal butterflies that live in Costa Rica, fewer than 100 appear in the catalog of exported pupae, with the blue morpho standing out as a favorite. Known for its striking blue color and large size, up to 20 centimeters, it is the top choice of Jenny Víquez, a computer engineer who left her professional career to devote herself to educational farms, production, training others, and exporting the worms. It's an entire value chain built around a passion that has gradually found a way to be profitable, she says inside her butterfly house in San Isidro de Heredia, a mountainous and fresh town. She also partners with people from other regions to produce species specific to each location. Víquez indicates that her business, Vida de Colores, participates in a market that pays $2 per pupa inside the country and $4 outside. The methods vary, but they all involve painstaking work. In Víquez's case, she takes care of 900 trees of a species called por, which feeds the larvae until they form into pupae and are ready for export. Depending on the species, the butterfly is ready to emerge within a week or two in the destination country. From the time the egg is collected until the insect is fully formed and flies before the eyes of foreigners, the process can take up to 100 days. Butterflies have become universal vehicles of environmental education throughout the world. The butterfly is charismatic. It is a vehicle that connects nature with human beings around the world. The sector works as a community, although they still compete with each other. Víquez acknowledges inside the enclosure she built to exhibit her butterflies and educational materials. She compares the work to raising cows or tending to a large garden to emphasize the scale of the task. It is a daily routine: planting the trees that feed the larvae, pruning, covering them with fabrics to protect them from birds or spiders, monitoring when they form into pupae, and keeping accurate records to know how they must be exported and how long the process may take. The production of butterflies and other minor sectors is emerging as alternatives to the slowdown that Costa Rican exports have experienced in the first months of 2019. Sales in the first quarter barely increased compared to the same period of the previous year and fell by 10% in companies that lack customs incentives. Moreover, the value of agricultural shipments was reduced by 15%, hit by the decrease in trade of bananas, which fell by 34%, pineapples, which dropped by 9%, and melons, which declined by 13%. To add to this, the coffee harvest, the lowest in 40 years in this Central American country, dealt another blow. The Exporters Guild described the situation as critical to the newspaper La Nación. The numbers are scarcely compensated by a 7% increase in exports of goods produced under a regime favored with customs incentives. This catalog includes the medical device industry, which grew 14% in 2018, and exports from the agricultural sector. They represent 28% and 26% of total exports, respectively, although the impact of medical devices on the local economy and employment rates is more limited. For the agricultural sector, which is affected by climatic upheavals, the outlook is complicated and forces many of the families who relied on it to seek other means of livelihood. Among these alternatives is the booming butterfly industry. The total value of Costa Rican exports in 2018 reached $20.57 billion, equivalent to 34.2% of the gross domestic product, GDP.